we had Turner versus Green in this one, man. Jalin Turner taking this fight on short notice. Going into
9
this,
days.
I was a little concerned because they were interviewing Turner and he was like, man, I didn't really want this fight. And then they're like, so was it one of those things where it was like, you have to take it? And he's like, pretty much.
He goes, he turned it down. They called him because Bobby Green was supposed to fight Dan Hooker for the co-main event. Would have been a fucking banger. Hooker re-damaged his arm, the one that broke from Jalin Turner, from the high kick that Jalin Turner
Oh, it
threw.
came back full circle.
Yeah. So then he takes his opportunity for a co-main spot, despite losing that fight. Takes it on 9 days' notice. He said he declined. He didn't want it. He wasn't ready. Said no. And then they were like, "So what did they offer you, like insane money?" He was like, yeah, I don't know, something like that, I guess." And then they were like, "Was the second fight or was the second call pretty much you have to take this?" And he was like, "Yeah, pretty much." And he was like, "I didn't want to take this." He notoriously
Yeah.
has a very hard time cutting to 155. He's 6'3". I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
I'm not in bad shape, but I'm 210.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm lanky too, kind of. I'm not as lanky as him, but I cannot imagine what it takes to cut to 155. Uh, so on 9 days' notice, there's no camp. That's all weight cut. Uh, some of the
Rough.
reporters were trashing him too for being like a little like irritable during those interviews and stuff. And it's like, fuck you guys. You guys get to go home and eat In and Out, and like meanwhile, this dude's starving himself for 9 days to
Yeah.
go to war.
Against Bobby
But he makes
Green,
weight.
who's
Yeah,
game.
yeah, very game.
Yeah. And so
Look
Bobby
at this
Green, look,
picture. Very game.
Bobby Green, we all know he's going to come out hands down. He shoots from the hips. He's really quick. He has great head movement, which is what
He
allows him
this
to come in with that defense,
yeah,
right?
this
Where
darting punch he throws, so
it's
sick, dude.
money. It's money.
Yeah,
But going into this, look, I had Bobby Green going into this.
I had
But going
Turner.
into this, I thought that Green was going to have a tough matchup. It's not a very
Mhm.
good matchup for him. And as he's going
Some
in
would say
with
the
that
worst.
defense, yeah, that length, right? He's going in with that
Mhm.
defense, hands low. He relies so much on just getting missed by punches,
Yeah,
just missing, right? Where he can come back and counter. So in the beginning, he's going, and then Jalin throws this right jab at the exact same time that Bobby is leaning out of it, dipping out, and throws that big right, and he lands right on Turner. And I was like, okay, so maybe he
yeah,
found
that
a
was
way that he can
nice.
close the distance.
But then Turner made that read. Turner
Yes.
also saw
Oh,
that.
man. And as Bobby dips away, that long, lanky arm continues going all the way down
Yeah,
and meets Bobby's Green's temple, if I remember correctly. Look at that shot right there.
yeah.
And
Well, this is like, you know, like you said, Bobby's best matchups are like power throwers. Guys who are like swingers. Like guys like Michael Chandler. He lost the fight to Dober, but he was piecing him up before that. Like those types of guys who swing super hard and they're headhunting and stuff like that. The way you beat somebody like this is you be a sniper and um, you know, you be long. You fight them long, like Jalin Turner can't, because like what do you? Most fighters like there's like, oh, if I'm fighting this style, this is the first thing I want to try to do. And usually, someone who's real slippy with their head movement, it's go to the body, right? Because the body doesn't move the same way the head does. You're not going to miss nearly as much. The other thing you can do is just bang them with kicks, because as they're moving their head, you can just throw body kicks, throw high kicks, and they're not going to necessarily slip them. It's just going to bang them and rattle them, and it's like maybe that'll slow down the movement. There was a little bit of that from Turner, right? He was throwing the high kick, throwing the body kicks, but the big thing was he just made the read, dude. This guy is surgical with his striking. He's had issues with his grappling, right, with like Gamrot and stuff like that, but like you said, he throws the jab, Bobby slips away, he double jabs, and Bobby slips against around the punch, and then throws the hook, the same side hook over the jab, and that's how he caught him. Right, he slips back, he slips again to the outside, and then as he slips to the outside, he can almost use that slip to pull the left hook over. Um, but then Turner, like you said, he made the read, dude, because he got caught with that once and was like, cool, that's what he's doing. And Bobby just he was too repetitive with his slips.
mm,
It was always away to the
yeah,
outside, throw the left hook, away to the outside, throw the left hook. And like you said, the second time he just punches him right on the slip, right? Like he slipped into the second punch, the follow up, and then it rattles him. He's wobbly. He steps away, and then bam, 1-2 again. He punches him where he slipped, and then it's just the worst possible thing. Because like, I picked Turner, but I was hoping Bobby because I love Bobby. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people he gets unwarranted hate in my opinion. A lot of times, guys like him who are kind of confrontational people are like, I don't like him, blah blah blah. He has a lot of hate, but I love him. And watching him take 30 unanswered shots and have to get knocked out twice is just horrible.
What an embarrassment for the sport,
It's
right?
bad.
To have that happen. So after he gets dropped, he falls face down. He kind of tries to protect the side of his head with his hands, right? But Jalin,
Yeah.
mounts him on while he's on his back,
Could
starts
you would you
raining
call
down
it when he
shots.
fell? When he first fell?
I would
I
call it
think
after he took the first shot after he first fell.
I think the way he fell, he didn't try to brace his fall or anything. I think the way he fell, yeah, you're like one shot. I'm calling this. I think exactly the same thing.
Yeah, just one shot, it's done. And to see Bobby Green trying to defend, he gets hit, hands go down, he gets hit again, hands go back up because he came back too, and then he takes another shot where his eyes are closed, his head's just on the side, he's laying sideways, and he still eats two, three more shots while he's
And then
completely
turns to his
defenseless.
belly. And then turns to his belly, has his hands just like this as he's getting swung around with punches. Uh, and then he goes out again, out cold. It should never be. Daniel Cormier yelled, "He's out again." That should never happen. Commentators should never have to yell, "He's out again." You know,
And look at so the ref is Kerry Hatley, right?
look
And
at
Ganscow
DC in
said
this
Bobby Green should
picture.
get one free round with Kerry Hatley.
Yeah,
He absolutely should. He absolutely should. Yeah. Uh, and look at where he is. He's right on top of the action. What are you
yeah.
doing?
What else
What
do
are
you
you
need to
doing?
see? Look at Bobby's legs.
Look at his left arm.
Yeah, that's not someone who's fighting back or intelligently defending himself. Look at DC. DC
Oh
was
man.
discussed. DC called him out in the interview, the post fight interview. He was
Yeah.
like, "What do you think about that stoppage? Like, what the hell was that?" And look, Kerry Hatley normally, I honestly, I don't know if there's any other ref that. Can you think of one other Kerry Hatley controversy? To his credit, I don't think I can think of one other time he's been on the spotlight.
And but quite honestly, like I don't see him that often. He's not
Dude,
there
he's
every single weekend, is he?
he's pretty good, dude. He gets around, yeah. HB Comer says that ref always makes terrible decisions and it will happen again. Well, that's how I eat my words. I don't remember any, but apparently he always has a bunch.
Look,
Um,
all I know is that when something like this happens, where's the accountability, right? Like
yeah,
this guy should be suspended. This guy he needs to be held
HB Comer
accountable
says
somehow.
no, he's terrible. Yeah, he should for sure be suspended. Um, for sure suspension. I don't know what they do behind the scenes. The athletic commissions are notorious for not holding themselves accountable. Um, I would like to see some other ones from him because I honestly can't think of any time he's been in the spotlight. I'd like to see like some other ones because I traditionally I don't think he's like he's not Mazzagatti, he's not Yamasaki, he's not Tayoni. I think he was the one that was reffing that Zombie Girl versus Valentina fight. Was that the bar one? Which Zombie Girl?
I'm not too sure exactly which one
I'm
that
not
one
sure,
is, but
but the track record, he's not. I don't think most people probably don't even know his name. You know what I mean? Whereas there's some refs that people know their name because of how bad they are. That's what I'm trying to say. But this is still inexcusable. Dana didn't blast him. Dana was like, he knows he fucked up bad. Sometimes you get refs who defend it. I let them be a warrior, but he knew he was pretty bad. But I don't know. I hope there is some kind of accountability. It doesn't seem like there is usually, you know. But I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe they just don't talk about it because they really don't like to admit when they make mistakes. The athletic commission, so maybe they just do it behind the scenes, but it doesn't seem like it.
No, I don't think they're going to do anything. I
Yeah,
really don't. And it's that's just how it goes with this with any. Athletic State Commission. I feel like I know we like
Any
to
commission in
rag a lot
general.
on
You could take
yeah,
sports out of it.
yeah. We like to rag a lot on the Nevada State Athletic Commission, but really, they're not the only ones that they
New
have things
York's
like
even
this pop
worse.
up
Yeah,
on.
New
Yeah,
York's got to be the worst.
it's got to be right.
California, you know what? Pretty damn good. California's pretty good.
And so, I know that recently we've also been like, man, that was an early stoppage. I quite honestly, I'd rather see an early stoppage than what we saw last night.
Yeah, and the question is now Hatley, is he going to be quicker to pull the trigger going forward because he doesn't want this to happen? Like these types of things can like mess with you. If he truly did, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and think that he probably, if Dana said that he knew he fucked up, we've all seen Dana go after refs. He has no allegiance to the athletic commission, especially now. He's bigger than them. But
I think he just needs to go in there and remind himself, like the first time somebody gets knocked out, I need to stop it,
yeah.
and
But
he'll
it's
be
like,
fine.
but he's a human, right? So like if he is internalizing this and he's like, fuck, I fucked that up so bad. I feel so bad. Bobby took so much damage. Like Ganskow said, this fight could mess up Bobby Green going further. He might be done at this age. Like this is career altering potentially. If he's internalizing all that, how do you go in and ref and just, he's a human. How do you just wipe that out of your brain? If I
And
fucked up
somebody
that bad,
also hold Bobby Green back. Like when he stood back up to go say, like,
yeah,
or to congratulate Jalen Durner, and he's still like wobbling over there. It's like
yeah,
somebody tell him, dude, take a seat. He'll
yeah.
be able to
And but
congratulate him after.
and to that point, it's a different topic, but because of the same thing, but people hate on Bobby a lot because of his antics and his bravado, and he talks a lot of shit, stuff like that. First off, Turner said the first few minutes when he started talking shit, it completely like frazzled him, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And then he had to hear his coaches, and his coaches brought him back in. He got focused again, but for a bit, he was like, I don't know what to do about this." So it works.
Yeah.
Secondly, watch the Dober fight, watch this fight, watch him post fight after getting knocked out. And look how fucking cool he is with the guys who just knocked him out. He goes over to Turner. He's like, "What'd you get me with?" And he's like happy. He's like not happy, but like he's like, it's not like it's just bravado. Some people need that to fight, and
Yeah.
you look at someone. I think what someone does in a loss, post fight, especially knockout loss, that says more about people's character more so than probably pretty much anything else you see from them, because a lot of it's promotion, a lot of it's selling an image, because you have to have an image these days. But who people are after a fight, especially after knockouts, when they lose, that says more about someone's character. And I think that's what I see in Bobby Green, and it sucks that a lot of people don't see that, and they like to take the image and hate on that. But maybe that comes in. That's part of it.
With the
When you're
territory.
having it,
Yeah, it comes with the
yeah.
territory. When you're gonna be
That's
acting
what I was
that way
looking
and trying
for.
to sell fights that way, yeah, for sure. It comes with the territory. You
Yeah,
sign up for it, right? So
100%.
oh
Yeah,
man. All right. Well, I think we can all agree Kerry Hatley did a shitty job. And we
yeah.
can move
Also,
on.
please stop. People are giving them death threats and shit on Instagram. That's not cool.
I don't think he should get death threats, but I agree with
Yeah,
Ganskow. Let him go in there with Bobby Green, one round,
yeah,
which is pretty much as good as a death threat, honestly.
yeah. It's got to be a shitty feeling to be a fighter outside of taking the actual damage of a bad stoppage, but like to hear everything about your fight is man, the ref let him take too much. Like that's gotta suck, dude. Like
Like if you're Bobby Green, you're saying.
yeah, it's gotta suck when that's the story. The story of the fight is how much unnecessary damage you took. God, that's gotta be bad. That's gotta suck.
You think that sucks more than his headaches that he's probably gonna have for the next month? Jeez,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, for the
That was
rest of his life.
insane.
Yeah,
All right.
we're stoppage since Aldo versus Jan. I think probably right. It's been a while since we had a very late stoppage.
Not if you ask Dom. Dom
Yeah,
Cruz will tell
Dominic
you,
Cruz was like, "Great ref. Bobby could have come back."
Hey everybody, Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.